turn the gains up, and it's
Yeah.
like your
We are
nose is also
live.
sitting on the mic, so it's like
Yeah,
very
right where it should be.
disturbing.
Right where it should be.
We didn't get to talk about this. Did y'all watch the Superman trailer, the new one with Crypto?
I've seen most of it, not all of it,
Yes.
but I've seen most.
I
Of it.
did want to pull that up to try and a live
You
reaction
should.
of some
I mean,
sort.
it looks awesome. Yeah, let's do that.
Are y'all
Yes.
okay if we sit through that just a little bit?
That is fine.
Just watch
Yep.
it? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah,
Let's
DJ,
do it.
Spin it.
Let's do it live.
Let's
We'll do it live.
find- Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it live. Huh?
Yeah, that's right, R2. I just set a new course. We're going to Cloud City. Some mighty good gin and tonic. She makes me up another.
Impressive, now release your anger. You must have sensed that your friends are in danger.
Oh, I just slice off my hand.
It's imperative that you understand. Obi-Wan would never bother. Tell me too about your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
Then there's something I must reveal. Then I'm your father. 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 I'm your father.
Knock him out the box, Luke. Knock him out. Knock him out the box, Luke. Knock him out. Knock him out the box, Luke. Knock him out. Knock him out the box, Luke. Knock him out. Knock him out the box, Luke.
Welcome to Films in Black and White, everybody. How are you all feeling? Happy Monday. It's just a Monday. I mean, I feel like it's, before it was like the last Monday in March, and now we're the first Monday of April, and it just kind of feels like regularly scheduled programming. I don't know why, but that's just
It was like Black History Month before that. It was like always something to celebrate in those first 3 months.
Yeah, we had a lot to celebrate those first 3 months. But hey, that doesn't mean we don't have a great show. We're gonna talk. Brian brought a video game movie bracket, which I am very excited about.
It's a rank 'em. It's a rank 'em. Just put that out there.
Video game movie rank 'em. I saw the Minecraft movie, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
Did you watch that shit?
I watched all of it with my son and daughter.
Oh,
So
never mind. Disregard.
I have a lot to talk about. With that.
Are you bringing an honest review?
Yes, actually,
Okay.
I am bringing an honest review. Let me put this, Marcus. I don't think it's the review you're expecting.
Yeah.
But I am bringing an honest review.
You know why I'm saying that?
Why?
We'll talk about it later. I got a review from 2 of my graduate students that went in Vermilion to go see the movie. So I'm interested to see what you're about to say.
Got it.
Interesting.
Okay.
And then Marcus is going to queue up the latest Superman trailer because we got to talk about that because we're seeing some new bits and pieces of that movie, which I'm very
Whole
excited
lot of dog.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a little concerned, but we'll talk about that later.
that's all right. But gentlemen, in order to do it well, in order to do it right, is that Thanos in a Batman mask?
Well, it looks. Is that Thanos in the back? It
It's
is.
gotta be.
It is
That's
Thanos
a
in a
good
Batman.
call. I just thought it was a pruny
Nightmare
Bruce.
fuel.
I mean, Pruny Bruce is it's a thing. But Brian Roush, aka Technoblade, how you feeling, sir?
You know what? I'm feeling a little fatigued coming into this pod. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be very genuine with you. It's a big day. We got a big work week coming up, but I'm very energized to be here. Very excited to be here with my folks. I'm very curious to hear about Doug's Minecraft review because I've been seeing bits and pieces of what people have been liking about this movie. And it is not what I expected. And we'll get into this, but the Minecraft trailer did like literally no favors for the Minecraft movie based on what I am hearing. So very curious to hear that. Also very happy to talk about video game movies because I feel like for so long, video game movies have been in this like weird subsection of like, they're for the fans of the video games, and they're not really good movies. Like, I grew up with the original, the '90s Super Mario Brothers. Like John Leguizamo was involved at some point.
The best Super Mario Brothers.
Oh golly, it was my parents. I begged my parents to take me to the theater for that movie, and I didn't even know what I was watching.
If somebody knows where I can find, and this is out to everybody listening to the podcast, because I don't think you can get a DVD version of that movie.
I don't
If
think
someone
so.
can find me the place where I watch that movie,
What was the name of that movie?
the Super Mario Brothers. I think it was like what 1994.
Ooh, 1993. Well done.
But yeah, so Super Mario Brothers, 1993. If someone can help me find where I can watch that movie, I will gladly figure
you
out
can
how
pay
I do
for
a live.
You can find it on Amazon for $7.33 right now for DVD, $30
Can you
for
really?
Blu-ray. Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna share my screen.
All right.
Marcus with the deep dive.
That's excellent. No, because it is weird. It's weird because we tried to review this. I feel like a year or two ago, and we couldn't find it on streaming. And everything was so exorbitant to buy it. So maybe the Super Mario Brothers market has come down a little bit.
Maybe
not
that's a sign of a
impacted
healing
by tariffs.
economy.
No tariffs on the Mario Bros.
No tariffs on the Italians, apparently.
I guess not.
No Italian plumber tariffs. That's how we roll here. Down with the spiky turtles.
Yep.
So
that's those are imported from China.
Anyway,
Marcus,
that's me in a nutshell.
Well, good. I'm glad you're doing well. I know how those busy weeks at work go, so props to you for just trying to get through it. Marcus J. Destin to Minnesota with love. How you feeling, sir?
Feel good. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm also in the same boat as Brian. We got busy. It's award season at the college, at the university. So April, award banquet after award banquet after award banquet, and I ain't got enough fucking clothes.
A lot of cookies.
A lot of pastries, lemon bars.
A lot of pastries. Yep.
That's the whole shebang. But I just got back from Minnesota from a conference, the National Conference of Campus Activities. Shout out to NACA. Got to meet some real cool people. So, Doug, this is funny. I was waiting. So, all of my experiences with Minnesota, we were in St. Paul specifically. Excuse me. Sorry, that was gross. But we were in St. Paul, Minnesota. And all of my experiences with Minnesota are very positive, and it remains that way, right? Doug was being a very good friend. He's a very good gift giver. Like, that's his language. He really knows how to get a gift. He knows his friends. So we went, Doug and I, last time we traveled to Minnesota was when we went to go see Kev on stage and stay with his parents, ate soup with Joe's dad and his parents.
We had black bean soup with my mom and dad.
Right before we went, did we go? Were we going there, or did we just get back?
We just got done seeing the last James Bond movie.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Kev on Stage was Friday.
Yeah,
Kev on Stage was Friday, and then we went to the James Bond movie, and then we went to go have black bean soup with my parents.
Yeah. It was such a very fortunate series of events in my book. I thought it was good. So
it was great.
We went there. That was the last time we went. And so that was really big because I love Kev on Stage. That's one of my favorite comedians. So this time for NACA, I got to meet one of my other favorite comedians that is in that same realm, Chinadu Unaka. So shout out to Chinadu. Chinadu, I didn't know that, but they have the showcase that they do for NACA where they bring out the different acts and different. So he was one of the acts. And another one of my favorite comedians that's also in that realm, Sydney Castilla, was supposed to be there hosting the showcase. And so afterwards, Chinadu comes out on stage. I yell out one of his phrases from one of his things where he goes, Chinadu. It's part of the joke of how his mom says his name. So I say Chinadu as soon as he walks out, and he says, who said that? And so I was like, it's me. I was like, I just raised my hand and I'm laughing because I told everybody at the table, I was like, I fucking love Chinadu. That's my guy.
Yeah.
So he says, I wasn't even going to open up with that joke, but he was like, fuck it. He's like, what's your name? He's like, my Nigerian brother. What's your name? I was like, Marcus. He said, Marcus. And everybody just bust out laughing. He was like, you nailed the fucking accent so good that I thought he said, I thought you were going to be Nigerian. Your name is Marcus. So after the fact, we get done. He's out there and they take pictures and they wait in the lobby to kind of meet the students and stuff.
Sure.
And me and him and my supervisor, Michelle, I went up to go dap him up. I was like, appreciate it. You're one of my favorite comedians. And we just sat and had a 15-minute conversation about how much we love, how much he loves higher ed and how he always thinks about going back into higher ed and how important it is. Wow. And that's where he started. He was like, I'm still contemplating. And we had this full conversation. We was laughing. We was joking. We talked. And then he FaceTimed Sydney because Sydney was supposed to be there. He FaceTimed the other guy that I like.
Cool.
Whoa.
And was like, you supposed to be in Minnesota? He was like, I missed my flight. I wasn't able to make it, but that's why I was supposed to be. He faced it. And I was like, yeah, missed you, man. We really wanted to see you. And then I talked to him the next day at the marketplace, and we was laughing. Like it was such a crazy experience, man. So Minnesota
experience.
You got my heart, dog. I got to move there. I'm sorry. And listen, not for nothing. The women in Minnesota.
I just gave you the like. Yep, you got it. You nailed it. Yep, you nailed it.
That's all I got.
I'm jealous because NAC is a fun conference, but it is a slog. Like, and I mean that in the sense of like, because it'll be like most conferences for higher ed are sessions during the day.
Yep.
Explore whatever city you're in at night.
Yep.
Not NACA.
Not NACA.
NACA is you
are
are in sessions during the day, and then you're there to evaluate and book talent for the next year. So all of their showcases are from like 6 until 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. And you're like, why? But it's a lot. It is a lot of fun. But I mean, by the end of it, you're like, get me out of here and away from any other person with a pulse. Like I need to not be around human beings.
When I say overstimulated, and this is all student affairs, we are student affairs professionals. We know what realm we work in, right? And even students, the most excited, the best student leaders that you got is going to this conference.
Oh yeah.
By the time we left at 8:30, 9 a.m. on that Sunday, and then hit 5 hours, and then we did the 5 hours, we split the drive, and then between me and my supervisor, after that, we got and did a Coyote Crazies brainstorming for another student group that I advised, and then after that, went to an AWOL gala on Sunday. But when I say that my social meter was low, I had never had that much interaction with like other people in that capacity. So it was crazy. But Minnesota, beautiful, man, beautiful. Y'all ain't never let me down.
I'm a fan.
You know?
We'll have to go back. We'll have to find a reason to go back.
We do got to go back. We do. But Doug Wagner, aka the trees are trying to unalive me. How was your weekend?
We're in allergy season, girl. Yep. I could, this is not an economic podcast, but I could talk at length. And it would become me like being mad. Like you just see my face get redder than it already is. The trees are, I don't know, doing their tree shit and just dumping pollen in the air. And so I woke like last night, my whole face just went like, and I was like, oh, why? And so, yeah, the trees are trying to unalive me, and I'm not here for it. Good weekend overall, though. I mean, we got some shopping done on Saturday, and then Sunday we went and saw the Minecraft movie. So I'll talk more about that later. But all in all, it was a good weekend. Just I wasn't ready for allergy season. Like it's April 7th, you guys. Like I was not ready to do this yet, and yet here we are. So
it's all the male trees spreading their pollen. They should have planted more female trees.
Brian, I made that joke on Saturday. I made that joke on Saturday. Brian, yours was appropriate for general audiences. I looked at Brittany and I went, man, if these trees would stop trying to fuck one another, I wouldn't be sick. And she was like, Douglas. She was just not having it like at all. Yeah, Chris in the comment in the chat says trees are just blowing their load all over the place. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. And then I get sick, which feels a little rude. I'm not going to lie to you. It feels a little disrespectful. So,
and this is a good time for those listening to the podcast. You can join us every Monday, 8 p.m. Central. You can come into the chat, talk about trees or whatever you'd like, or however you would like to talk about it. But we are interacting with our commenters, with our followers. You can find us on the live stream on Facebook, on YouTube, and we are on Twitch as well, all at Films in Black and White. And all of our social handles are on our pages as well. So, or wherever you get your podcasts, they're available there as well. So make sure to join us on the podcast or on the live cast, or you can listen to the episode when it drops on Wednesday. And if you want to make sure that we stay independent and we can keep talking about trees, make sure to support our Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/films in black and white.
Pay for the tree content. You can pay for any content, but pay for the tree content, you guys.
Really get that top tier. Get the top tier. Find the tier that's best for you. Get the top tier so we can keep talking about tree reproduction. That's really what this podcast
We'll get a botanist on here if we have to. Like we'll get
Marcus is over it.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. We have a
y'all so haters. So straight up haters, man. Y'all don't appreciate nothing I do for y'all. Not a damn thing. Pronouns pull up. They ain't hating on me. They say Pauline always acting up, but we got your back. Let me do my thing. Y'all do y'all thing. All right, that's how it's gonna work, Pronouns. The girl Tanisha said, Pauline gives 0 F's about us. Tanisha, let me tell you something right quick. You damn right, Tanisha.
Because he's pollen. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
That
Got
was
it.
incredible. I'm so glad you found that. That was
Of course,
really
I knew
fast.
you. I knew you would love that. I've
You
been
all
watching
are
his TikToks for a while.
So lucky that I don't launch into an accent. Every fiber of my being wants to talk like that.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what. That man
Ira.
is very borderline. He's borderline. So,
Okay.
he's riding on fine. He's walking a fine line.
Yeah, like a
Sure you
fine
are.
line, fine line of like being where he was. Like, okay, got it. Okay, got it.
Whatever.
Yeah, got it.
There it
yeah,
is.
that's
Okay.
basically it. Yep, that's basically it.
No.
Y'all are
Gentlemen.
disgusting.
Before we get in to the rest of this podcast, we do have a little game that we have to play that's called Catch That Quotable. Silky sounds of Marcus J. Gentlemen, are you ready for this week's quote?
Hit me.
Pick them up, move them down, pick them on up, moving on down. Ain't no time to celebrate. You're old and overweight. Gotta lose 1 million pounds. Get your fat butt off the ground. Reach on down and touch your toes. How long since you looked at those? Shape up, lose weight, get thin. Gotta win. Jumping jacks are good for you. Now your face is turning blue. Swing your arms around your back.
What are we doing?
Give yourself a heart attack. Gotta train in the rain, in the sun, in the snow, 10 below. Gotta move, gotta do, gotta crow.
What the hell you want me to say to that?
I don't even know where I am.
Do you need me to read it again?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'll read it again. Pick them up, move them down. Pick them on up, move them on down. Ain't no time to celebrate. You are old and overweight. Gotta lose 1 million pounds. Get your fat butt off the ground. Reach on down and touch your toes. How long since you looked at those? Shape up, lose weight, get thin. Gotta win. Jumping jacks are good for you. Now your face is turning blue. Swing your arms around your back. Give yourself a heart attack. Gotta train in the rain, in the sun, in the snow, 10 below. Gotta move, gotta do, gotta crow.
It's a kid's movie. Gotta be, right? It's pretty clean.
It is.
This feels like a Clueless Bring It On type situation. It feels like
could.
a coming of age film, maybe satirizing weight loss is my guess.
But like woman to a guy, right? Like that feels like she's singing to I don't
Eating disorder core. Yes, that was the
Ooh.
90s.
That
Yes,
was
it
the
was.
90s. It was.
Yeah, that was sadly.
Yeah, it was not.
We
I
have
can't.
so
I
much
don't know what
evidence
this
of it.
is. I have zero idea what that is.
Let me give you a hint. Your hint is Robin Williams.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
No.
No, there was nobody. No,
I knew
no,
that
no.
movie back to front for a while, and
Not
it doesn't
Flubber.
feel right. Doesn't feel right. Robin Williams.
Robin Williams?
Robin Williams.
The
The man, the myth, the legend.
The legend
Robin
himself? Robbie Dub?
Yes, rest in peace, Robin Williams.
man.
There's so
Also,
many movies. Yeah, can I
I'll
get
give you
another
one
hint?
more. I'll give
I don't
you
know.
one more hint. I'll give you one more hint. That last line, 10 below, gotta move, gotta do, gotta crow. That's a
Okay.
giveaway.
Okay.
That will help a lot.
Okay. Is it Aladdin?
They're holding our hands, Marcus, so much.
Yeah, really. I mean, yeah, he's like trying to guide us to the damn well.
I don't think I have a preteen girl voice.
Animated animation?
Not animated. Based off of something that is animated, but is not animated
What the
itself.
hell?
Oh fuck yeah! I don't know what this is.
I don't know. Wasn't he in SpongeBob?
Sure. I'll take it.
I don't know. I'm not gonna guess Bicentennial Man or what.
Oh,
dreams
Brian.
become.
I love
Like,
Bicentennial Man.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
So I
Not
don't know.
gonna-
Patch
I'm
Adams.
gonna say Flubber. That's all I got.
Okay, this is the 1991 movie Hook.
What?
Oh,
Where
because he's Peter
yes.
Pan.
Because he's Peter Pan and they have to get him in shape. And so,
That's right.
yeah.
I
Oh
should have
man,
remembered. I should have remembered from the old line. Okay, got it.
I feel
And
like I
what does
betrayed my
Peter-
younger self. I should.
And
know
what
this.
does Peter Pan do? Peter Pan crows.
I would have never connected that at all.
Brian,
Nikki,
you
I'm
know
with
what-
you. What
Brian,
the
Brian, do you know how I remember that Peter Pan crows? From the movie 21 Jump Street, where Jonah Hill is in a Peter Pan musical and he sings the song I Got a Crow. That is the only reason why I remember that.
10 demerits for the quote or 10 demerits for not knowing? Because I
Maybe
feel like
both.
is it both? We were kind of set up for
A little
failure
bit
there.
of both. It was
The
a little bit of
dialogue
both.
in that movie is very heavy, by the way. Like it's a lot of talking.
It is.
Oh my god, that movie is so heavy.
I mean, the
yeah.
first quarter of the movie is just all talking. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
And it's like
Both.
heavy, like
Both.
both. And remember, that's a movie where Robin Williams' son decides that he doesn't want to be his Robin Williams' son anymore because his dad missed a baseball game. Do you understand the premise for almost every
His dad always missed a game.
He always.
And he
But do you
promised to
understand-
be there.
Do you remember that? But like in the 90s, if you wanted to make a dad a villain, have him miss a sporting event, like any sporting event.
100%.
And he's got to have a car phone.
Yes, a car phone, missed a sporting event, and there's a scene where he walks in the house and he trips over the equipment of said
Yes.
sport and then
Yes.
goes, insert child's name, get this stuff out of here. Like that is how the movie works.
Marcus, we have a
Nikki.
request to know what
Nikki.
you're eating.
Damn, I tried to mute the mic so y'all didn't hear what I was eating. I am eating a breakfast pizza roll. They got breakfast Tostito pizza rolls. Not a sponsor.
So what's in there? Eggs?
I would buy
It's, yeah,
that.
egg and sausage. You have
Yeah.
a chorizo one too.
Ooh,
Pretty good.
man.
Huh.
Ooh, they got chorizo. They got me.
Brian likes it spicy.
I do. I do like it spicy. I do like it
Fuck was-
spicy.
All right,
I
let's move on.
almost said Brian likes it caliente. I don't know why.
I do.
I don't know why.
I
I did that.
do.
That would've been sad.
Wow. Yeah. Who are they?
That's pretty good, I'm not
Tostitos?
gonna lie.
Yeah,
Tostitos
shout out to
pizza rolls.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
talk to
Tostitos.
us.
You want to
We'll-
sponsor us? Sponsor us.
Yeah,
I'm them.
Catch that
Smacking
quotable.
on
Catch that quotable. Sponsored by Tostitos Pizza Rolls.
Tostitos breakfast pizza rolls.
Breakfast pizza.
When you're craving for something quick and on the go, get yourself a Tostino breakfast pizza roll.
Wait, Tostito or Tostitos?
I don't know. How I'm saying
Tostitos.
that.
I don't know who Tostito is. That's a
No,
person.
that's fine. You know what? This is why we need a brand sponsorship. We don't
Yeah,
know
that's
whose
fine.
name it
That's
is.
right.
We
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
They
You know
can
what I
use
do
that.
know?
They can use that
It's
jingle
delicious.
too.
Man.
If you need
Man.
something on the go, get yourself a pizza roll.
If only we had someone paying us.
I'm gonna eat these
Brian,
motherfuckers regardless.
Brian,
Hello.
you brought a video game movie
did.
rankum,
I
and
did.
I am excited to get into that before we get into some of our news pieces a little bit later. So
Hell
take
yeah.
it away, sir.
Excellent. All right. I am pulling up Rankums.
Mace, where are you?
Mace, eat. Like, where are you?
Do I need to
Eat.
call my
Are you on a
mother?
bus?
What's going on?
He's on a bus. He's going somewhere.
He has a car. He's old school, running away from home with like.
Oh, yeah, he's on a
stick.
Greyhound. He's got
Oh.
a stick with a blue knapsack in it, and he's like, "I, Phillips Black and White loves me," and we do.
I've got my. And we do.
We do.
And we
And
do.
we do.
do.
All right, I'm pulling up my share screen now.
Please
I'm
do
modifying.
before
I'm
this gets
modifying
worse.
our last week's female director movies. Rank them. Here we go. I got to fix the formatting though. Don't judge me.
Chat, y'all know what the
Don't
deal is. Y'all go ahead and get ready. Y'all better
Oh,
participate too. I'm
Brian,
gonna get
that
mad.
formatting.
judge. I know. I'm
Now
doing this
Brian
on the
just
fly.
said, "Listen, Brian, slap the shit out of him because he just said he needed time to put it together. Just slap his ass."
Look here. Okay. You know what?
How many of them are there, Brian?
Oh, ain't I supposed to be on Doug's ass today? about
You are.
something.
A little.
Wait till I remember what the
A
fuck it
little.
is.
Oh,
About
Marcus,
the
I know
baby.
exactly what it is, but I'm not going to bring it up. So
Wait, you better wait till I remember. And you better hope it don't
There's-
come in the middle of this fucking bracket because I will
Look,
stop
there's-
everything to be on your ass.
Marcus
It's
sounds like-
justified, I know.
Marcus sounds like my dad. Like, hey, I'm going to be on your ass about something. I just don't know what it is.
I'm gonna be on your ass like white on rice, boy.
Your mama came into the house and said, I got to beat the shit out of you. I don't know what for, but I got to do something.
Isn't that the worst feeling when you know your dad don't really feel like it? You're
Yep.
tired as hell, but your
Yep.
mama said you did something, so I got to discipline
But
her. I'm
you
in
gotta
trouble
figure
too.
it out.
Man.
Brian,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the formatting, man.
You
Like,
sure?
We're not worried about it.
I'm a little worried about it, but you know what?
let
You
my
know
man
what I'm gonna
cook.
do? You know
Let
what I'm
my
gonna
man-
do?
Oh, I remember what it was, Brian. Take your time and put this together on the screen. Listen,
You're fine.
I remember what it is. There was trailers released at whatever the CinemaCon, whatever the fuck was going on this weekend. There was something going on this weekend.
CinemaCon was last week, so we got
Yeah.
a lot of sneak previews of stuff.
We did. We got a lot of sneak previews
Oh my
from
gosh,
CinemaCon.
there was a lot to talk
A
about.
lot of movie announcements. I mean, it was a lot of trailers just dropping out of the fucking
Oh
sky.
my gosh,
right?
so many.
So, which is part of the reason we're going to talk about Superman, because that was one of the things that came out at CinemaCon. Okay, now here's Patreon members get the formatting.
Get the formatting.
We do. Just subscribe today. So, in one of the make this light, in one of the articles that came out from like Hollywood Reporter or wherever the fuck we got it from, right? There was the description of the Fantastic Four trailer that came out. And guess who confirms Sue Storm is pregnant? Interesting. So now, Doug in the chat, I say, Doug, I sent the link. He says, oh, it's not a baby that is out about and walking. Now he's moving the fucking goalposts. Now there's a baby.
Of
The
course,
baby
I'm
just
gonna.
So this, I just want y'all to know, well before the movie came out, Marcus was right.
I mean, so long as the baby doesn't show up, technically, I'm still right.
That's not moving off of technicalities. Oh,
I don't know,
God.
man. Feels weird. Feels
Which
weird.
part?
It feels weird if we're talking about babies in or out. I don't know, man.
Look,
I don't know.
I
It feels
never
weird.
thought that I would see a Republican's argument, but the fact that I won't have to lose a bet.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Like,
Hey, Marcus, what term is she in?
Talk about something too, man. What do you want me to be an OBGYN and
I ain't
figure it
doing
out?
that. I
You
ain't
want
doing
me
that.
Now wait a damn minute.
No, this isn't you.
Cancel Doug.
No, it's not. It's not me. Because it's not.
We already got a hashtag going for canceled. Like,
Oh, no.
think people
No.
Oh, it's happening now.
You know what? It was only a matter of time.
Look,
Honestly, I'm surprised that shit didn't happen in
That's
season 4.
This is season 6. I've gotten away with a lot. So, Brian,
look,
away.
yes, we'll talk about Sue Storm's pregnancy here in a minute and her baby. But before that, we're gonna do a
Allegedly.
rank 'em. I have picked. There are some video game movies coming your way, and I'm gonna ask you to rank them. I'm extending it a little bit. We're gonna have some fun with this. There's 10.
Ooh.
Okay, so I am gonna. I'm gonna go. Maybe it's a 2-man format. We'll see. I don't know.
Right,
so
Marcus show. Hell,
there are 10 movies I'm going to give you. You need to rank them blindly. So you got to put them 1 through 10 as they come.
10 is
You get
hard.
one switch,
One switch.
as we say it. So yes, I am the sheriff. Those of you in the comments,
And howdy, podcast sheriff.
The
here.
very
Howdy,
first shirt we're
podcast
going to get
sheriff.
for Films in Black and White, I've already determined, is going to be on the front. It's going to be a sheriff badge that says FiBW, and on the back it's going to be Boy Howdy, and it's going to be a lasso and a cowboy hat. Get ready.
Hey, everybody, boy howdy, let's rank them. That's slipped into my Mickey Mouse.
Why do you
voice.
have to sound like that?
Hello, we're gonna rank these video game movies.
Time to rank them. Get Daisy over here. Oh, no, I guess it'd be Minnie. Whatever. All right, let's rank them.
Not if he's in
All
a
right.
couple.
You know what? That would make sense. So the first movie we're going to talk about is that we're going to rank is Uncharted, that came out in 2022 with the lead being Tom Holland. Uncharted.
I'm gonna put that at 6.
I was thinking
Okay.
7.
Yeah, I almost went 7, but I was like, I don't know what the rest is. I want to have some distance below that.
Okay.
So
Nikki,
Okay.
Nikki,
I mean,
not
he
now.
is.
That is a almost married man.
Look,
Yes,
look,
Objectively, he is an attractive man.
he is a very
he is an
attractive
attractive guy.
man.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
It's the
I'll give him that.
dancing.
Hey, can I,
Um,
Nikki, can I, well, this is gonna sound crazy. Nikki, I was gonna say, Nikki, can I put you to work? But Nikki, you mind doing us a favor? Can you track the chat's rankings? But y'all gotta be one unified chat ranking in the chat. I'll give you $5.
Put her to work.
Well, how? Okay, so everybody in the chat is just gonna leave the chat now that there's a fucking homework assignment.
No, it's not. This makes it more interactive.
If you want. Anyway, the next movie we're gonna rank here is Pokemon, the first movie.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
98.
Oh.
With Ryan Reynolds? Oh, wait.
No. This is
That's
like
Detective
the
Pikachu.
first cinematic Pokemon movie.
Oh,
I'm putting that at 5.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Did not
So
expect
I give
that.
one swap.
You get one swap.
I'm putting this. Let me put this at 9 because I've never seen
Okay.
it. So I feel like
There you go. That's fair.
it might not be the first.
There's some pretty decent lines in it. Which
One of them was a catch that quotable line for a little while.
it was. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Next movie we have is Tomb Raider 2001, starring Angelina Jolie.
Boy, it helped me. That movie helped me discover my boyhood.
Okay.
8. I'm gonna put it at 8.
Tomb Raider.
I too. I'm gonna put.
Brian, this is about to be a podcast with Joseph.
I'm gonna put it at
you.
8. Yeah, I'm gonna
Just
put it at
you.
8. Put it at 8.
Okay. Tomb Raider. Wow.
Tomb Raider is so
Can't say
cunty.
that.
So
I'm
see you
I
next
can't say that.
Tuesday.
Oh, is that a bad word?
I don't think I like when I hear that.
I don't
the
think
C
I'm allowed to
word,
say it.
When I
Oh,
hear that, I'm like,
definitely
women to
just did.
women, they can say that. They can say, I don't say
Oh, I
that.
would never call
That's
another
not
woman
man
that.
business.
Oh,
That is not man
no.
business,
Is it
you
the same
know?
as if you're reading like Huckleberry Finn and the N word is in it? Do you read the word or do you mute yourself?
I mean, that's literature, so I read the word.
Wow.
But if
Wow.
but Marcus, if it's a rap song, I censor myself.
Hey, you know what? I'll take that. Education.
I'm if nothing but a man with rules.
He is
You
he
know,
is a man of rules.
some
Education
people
versus
that
entertainment. Yeah.
also might have opinions about censorship is Doom 2005, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Ooh, that's a 3.
I'm gonna put that at 4.
Are we ranking this just off of what we like, right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so Marcus went 3 for Doom.
Sorry, can I actually go 5?
Sure.
It was a little high. That's a little high. I feel like you
Wow.
got some more shit. in the tuck.
Dwayne Johnson felt that. I'm just letting you know.
Punching me in my
That
nuts.
one was cool because of what they did with the first when Carl Urban went
It's a
like
really
first,
good movie.
Yeah,
first
Carl
person
Urban
shooter.
Yeah.
The effects
Yeah.
are so good in that movie.
Yeah, they did a good
for it
job
to
with
be
that.
when they came out with it. Yeah, for sure.
It is an action movie. It's a sci-fi action movie, but I do feel like I don't know, it's eerie, it's
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
but I'm not gonna tell you it's like the best movie ever.
No.
There's some fun twists. I don't know. There's some fun twists. We like to have fun here. All right, folks. This next movie we may have seen for the podcast, Resident Evil 2002, starring
Is that the first
Mila
one?
Jovovich. The first one.
I mean, it's better than Doom.
I'm gonna put it at 3. Put it at 3.
Okay.
It is
I
better
do
than
feel as if I shot Doom a significantly high. So I'm gonna put Resident Evil at 4.
All right.
I just feel like the top 3. If I hear Ready Player One, then I feel as if that's high on my
Okay.
list. So I'm trying to keep that top 3 spots.
Okay.
Like that's my bar.
Okay. All right.
Question,
We're halfway
question:
through.
Is GoldenEye a video game movie or is the video game a movie video game?
I think
It's
it's
an
movie-
adaptation of the movie.
Of the movie.
it's an adaptation. Yeah,
It-
it's
like
an
the
adaptation.
I would
movie
agree with
came first.
I
Yep.
agree.
And then Rare was like, yeah, we're making this a game.
So-
Fun fact, the multiplayer in GoldenEye was like an afterthought and they added it at the last minute and it almost didn't make it into the game. And they're like, I don't know, who's gonna like doing this? Turned out everybody.
Everybody did. Yeah.
Everybody. Bring back there. Oh, Brian, there's a game. I don't know if you'd like it, but it's
What's
a
that?
co-op. Maybe you and Maggie would like. It's called Split Fiction.
Oh yes, we bought that. We're very excited. We're
I
playing
thought
it.
about
We
you.
love it.
I'm watching the gameplay, and it's really, I mean, it's a really good story that they're telling there. I'm not done yet though. So
And it connects with us because like one of the people is a fantasy writer,
Yep.
like writes
Yep.
fantasy fiction, which Maggie
Yep.
loves, and then the other person is a sci-fi writer,
Sci-fi.
which
Yep.
I love sci-fi. So like it connects on a cellular level.
The
That's
gameplay is
perfect.
super
They
fire.
made it
Yeah.
for you.
I have not, but I want to especially before they do the movie. I want to watch
Ready Player 2
2.
is fascinating as a book. And so is Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, released in 2010.
Yeah.
starring
You mean
Jake
where
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal plays an Arab person? I'm gonna
Yes.
put that at 9,
10.
Brian.
It's going at 10 for me. It's going at 10 because back then it was fine, and then you realize that's actually not okay at all.
No.
You know, it's
Yeah.
right at the cusp of when people were like, "Hey, wait a minute,
That's a 10
wait
I
a
fear.
minute, Jake Gyllenhaal, he's a white dude
He'd be very much
playing
so.
another dude." Yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy,
that was-
there's another dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
Robert
exactly.
Downey Jr. So now he
all
got
right,
passed.
we're into the final 4 here, folks. The next movie we have is Street Fighter from 1994, starring Jean-Claude Van
Oh.
Damme,
Brian.
Ming-Na, Kylie Minogue.
Brian, number 1, Street
Number
Fighter.
2.
What are we doing here?
Give
What?
it to me at number 2.
Wow. Okay. This was unexpected. For me.
Street Fighter. It is so that movie. I like recently rewatched it, and the graphics are not great.
It's gobbledygook, but it's entertaining as fuck.
But it's so entertaining, man. I can't stop looking. Like a car crash.
She really
I
is.
will
by the
fully
way.
admit that
Mhm.
I remember watching that movie, and I was watching it with my parents. It was on TV, and me being like little Brian, I was like, "Mom, who's that?" She's like, "Brian, that's Kylie Minogue," and I was like, "Kylie Minogue." I need to
Write that down.
everything
I need to
about her
remember.
later.
I need to remember
because she
that.
played Cammy.
Yes.
And yeah. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I've got my movies confused. I do like Street Fighter. However, I thought it was Mortal Kombat. So
well, Marcus, do you need to switch that based on what we're talking about now? Now that Kylie Minogue's involved.
actually, I would like to go to put that at number 3 because it's still
Ooh.
fun.
Okay, she felt that.
Sorry.
Well, since
Brian
we're on the subject, Mortal Kombat that came out in 2021, the updated
Put that at
version.
2. Oh, the
Updated
updated.
version.
Oh,
Yes,
fuck me.
I'm throwing curveballs here,
Put it at
for
6.
folks. Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
2021.
put mine at 7.
It's got to go at 6.
Okay.
The
This is
fighting was
hard.
really good in 2021. I'm excited to see what they do with this next one that's coming with is that Carl Urban again? That's
It's Kyle Urban as Johnny
yeah.
Cage.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what they do with it. But here we are.
Yeah. I forgot the title or the date for the Tomb Raider, so it is now Tomb Raider Angelina.
Angelina.
No, I got it.
Angelina.
Brian, I know
Um,
exactly what you're talking about.
Excellent. Good. There we go. Now we're formatted right. All right. We got 2 left here. The next one is the Super Mario Brothers movie, 2023. The most recent Super Mario Brothers.
That's 2. I'll put that at
Put
2.
it at 2.
All right. Chris Pratt enjoys that.
You're going to fuck me with
Remem-
this last one because this is going to be my number one.
Brian, remember when we sang that song? I'm sorry, Chris Pratt, and you backed me up. It was a great moment.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I
That
did.
was a great moment.
Yeah.
That clip is available on our socials right now.
It sure is.
Sorry, Chris
It sure
Pratt.
is. Yeah, our TikTok, Instagram. You can go check that out. The last movie here is Sonic the Hedgehog 2020.
Is that the first one? Oh, I actually like that. That's not right, Nikki. Right. Right.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm not mad at I'm not mad that Sonic ended up here.
I am mad where he ended up for me.
Well,
Yeah,
we got some. You
yeah.
have swaps. There are
do
swaps
swap.
that can happen. You can swap it, bop it. I don't know.
But I don't want the other ones to go away. Like I like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, swap Sonic the Hedgehog and Doom. That's what I got to do. Sorry, that's what I
Okay.
got to do.
Okay. Goodbye.
Because Sonic the Hedgehog belongs higher than 10.
Yep.
Can I be honest? The swap that I would want to make is probably. I'd hate to do this, but Doom and Resident Evil.
Oh wow, we're We're getting into
Oh,
the weeds here.
That's
All right.
very weedy.
Yeah,
All
I think if you ask me which one I want to, and you know what the problem is, Resident Evil had too many sequels that it kind of just
How dare you.
diluted
I can
what
tell
was
you.
like what the original was.
How dare
What the
you.
original. Sorry, Brian, I love you.
That's my question
But-
for you. How dare you?
I know. Now, Brian, you have to rank your favorite podcast against favorite podcast co-host.
That's an impossible challenge. I can't.
That's
Yeah.
can't be done.
Can't be
that
done.
can't-
It's an
can't be
impossible
done.
challenge.
Never ever.
Honestly, these lists make sense. The top 5, I am shocked. I am shocked Pokemon made it into your top 5, Doug. Talk to me about that. What's happening there?
Wild.
Pokemon for me was just such like a I remember everything about that moment for me growing up.
Sure,
So like I
sure.
remember the toys that they had at McDonald's. I remember being really into the game and really into the cards at the time. And so I remember when I was growing up, I used to take piano lessons and I would always get home, watch Pokemon on TV at like 3:30 and then would go to my piano lesson. And so when someone told me that there was a movie, it was like changed my world. So it's just such a moment for me in time. That's why it's at 5.
Right on. I love that. And Marcus, you're happy with Sonic sitting at 1?
Yeah, I feel that Sonic is a really good movie, especially if and recency bias is also playing a part. But for damn sure, it ain't Uncharted. Tomb Raider is good, but like it's still a good movie, but it's not like top 5 for me.
Yeah,
so I feel like my 7 through 10 is it's and when you try to recreate it, that's the only time it gets referenced back to being like a classic. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So 7 through 10 is pretty like I feel good about like 6 through 10 for sure. 1 through 5, I could swap maybe like if you put Mortal Kombat in here, like the original Street Fighter,
the 90s one.
Yeah, like it would be up out of there.
That almost felt like a cheat code. It almost felt like
it is
90s
a little
Mortal
bit.
Kombat. It's so iconic in so many ways. It's an immediate number 1. Like so that was why I held back and I did 2021.
Yeah, you were smart. You were very smart for that.
Yeah. But no, I agree with Nikki though. Sonic, I don't know. Sonic to me is like what broke through, like the video game movie that finally broke through the barrier of like, no, these are for everyone and they're fun. Like, trust me. And that's honestly, a lot of that goes to Ben Schwartz, who makes Sonic super likable.
Makes him come to life. Like that's where the animation voice, the person doing the voice really, really makes a difference. And that's a great point, Brian.
Oh, shucks. Well, that was a good rank 'em, folks.
Can we stay on this topic and can I talk about Minecraft just for a couple
let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Minecraft shattered expectations at the box office.
Oh my
$136 million in the United States, $310 million globally. I want to say the budget was $200 million for that movie. Someone's
getting a promotion.
Someone's getting a promotion. We're definitely getting a sequel. Getting a sequel. So let me start here. I don't understand the world of Minecraft.
Yeah, great starting point. Starting point. Me neither.
I didn't know that there was this much lore to it, and there is a lot more lore than I knew. But Minecraft is a game that's like, hey, you want to like build some shit?
Yeah.
Go nuts.
Yeah.
And the video game throws you in and gives you no rules, no tutorial. You just walk around and it's literally based off of the idea that you're trapped there and you just you figure it out. So the movie wasn't bad. Like it really wasn't bad. Here's the thing. Was it like cinema as Martin Scorsese would describe it? Absolutely not. Is it entertaining and a fun watch? Yeah, because it's kind of for everybody there, for a kid to like be jacked about it, and for kids like Harrison who plays the game and he's probably watched almost every Minecraft kids YouTube video that there is.
Right.
To go in there and to see that world come to life, that's a big deal. Like, and so I get the appeal. I get why. And Jack Black puts all of this movie on his back. Like
Does he
all of
really?
it. All of it. He is so jazzed to be there. There was even an article, and I'll post it in the show notes. There's an article that said that he would play. He was so obsessed with
I saw that.
Minecraft that he would play between takes. So like they would do a take and he would like run away as they like reset and did everything. And he would play Minecraft and then come back and do it again. So this guy went deep into it. And so, I mean, it was an entertaining movie. There are some moments that I appreciated some of the nods that they had. Like there's a nod to like a famous Minecraft streamer.
Technoblade.
Yeah, Technoblade, who died of cancer. There's a nod to him, which is so cool that they did that. I think that's really, really cool. I mean, this is a movie that's for the Minecraft community. Is it for the average moviegoer? Probably not. You're going to be lost. You're probably going to be a little irked. But if you have an open mind, or if you grew up playing Minecraft and it's a big part of your identity, dude, go nuts. Go see it. It's a fun watch. The most funny part of the movie for me was the ending. I won't spoil it because there's a moment where it's very much my style of humor of all in all, that was my experience with Minecraft. I thought it was good. Like I mean, again, critics have it at a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes and fans have it at 81.
Got it.
So it's one of those. So that's the best way to put it.
Couple questions for you.
Yeah, and then I got information after that, Marcus.
Okay, because one of my questions might be some information I wanted to look up. How much money does the Minecraft game make? Or downloads, or like that's kind of the information I want to look at as I ask this next question. Doug, what was the environment for the movie night? Like, what night did you go? What movie time did you go? What was your audience?
4:00. We went to the 4:00 on Sunday afternoon, and that theater was packed.
Wow. What was the demographics in the theater? Age wise,
high school to freshman in college.
Got it. First night, my GAs went, and first night my guy said that they went, and it was a bunch of kids in there, like with no parents or anything like that.
Oof.
They went Saturday. Then they said Friday night. They said that it was a bunch. It seemed like a bunch of frat boys that were just going.
There were a few of those, and I kind of looked at them, and I was like, "If you all ruin this,
right." Oh, I know you get so protected.
Like I was just like, my kids,
especially because your kids
don't you ruin it.
No, that happened to Beyond the Spider-Verse with me. I was like, I swear to God, you kids, my kid has been waiting for this movie for years.
Do not wreck this. And they didn't. They were really good.
Yeah,
there was an odd amount of clapping. There's an odd amount of clapping.
Wow.
So like when Jack Black goes, "I'm Steve," the whole fucking theater clapped, and I didn't understand. And so I was sort of like, "Oh, okay, cool."
No, like, we're not at the level of like Cap catching the hammer in Endgame clapping, right?
No, Brian, this whole theater erupted in clapping.
Shut up. No, shut up. Really?
And when there's a moment where a zombie rides a chicken and becomes a chicken jockey, when that thing showed up and fucking Jack Black goes, "It's a chicken jockey," everybody in unison said chicken jockey. Like this was a movie going experience. Yes.
It feels like I would go and watch this, and there's a bunch of inside jokes that I just don't understand.
Yeah, that is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian. What information did you have, man?
No. You're fine. I just want to hit y'all with some stats that surprised me about the Minecraft opening.
Chicken jockey.
The first is that this is the biggest opening of the year. It beat out Captain America: Brave New World. It is a record opening for a movie-based video game. It surpassed Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, damn.
It moved past the Super Mario Brothers record, which was 146.3 million in 2023. This is a record opening for Warner Brothers and Legendary.
Yep.
It is ahead of The Dark Knight Rises. This is Jack Black's biggest domestic opening.
Ever?
This is, yes.
Ever?
Jason Momoa's biggest domestic opening ever. Would you like to know another person who had the biggest opening? Jennifer Coolidge, biggest opening, previously held by her appearance in American Pie 2 at $45.1 million. And then the last one is that this is the biggest industry weekend of the year for 2025, which was previously the President's Day weekend, which was Captain America, and the largest since Thanksgiving weekend in 2024.
Damn.
So this is a bomb that went off.
Yeah. And so, and I read a Variety article that was like, no one expected Minecraft to be the thing that was going to get people excited to go back to the theater. And yet here we are.
Well,
So,
what else is it? I mean, like, what else went up against Minecraft, right? Is my other question.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the conversation I feel like that some folks in Hollywood need to start having is like, you look at Snow White, which had a built-in audience. It had the Disney machine behind it. It had nostalgia going for it. And that thing felt like it dropped like a hot stone. Everybody dropped it like a hot stone.
Yeah.
You do this Minecraft movie, which is trying to honor its fan base, also trying to make a decent movie.
That's
right.
important.
But also just like legit having fun. And I feel like that's something to talk about. And I feel like even since Barbenheimer, people have been wanting community in these movie releases. And I'm not saying like every movie needs to be a community event, but this is where we're trending because movies are getting so expensive that people are picking and choosing these experiences. This isn't a thing where it's like, oh, it's Saturday, let's just go see what's playing at the movie theater. It's not like that anymore. It's very targeted. You're planning it, and you're planning it with your group of friends or your partner to go, and it's very targeted. So to see surprises like this is really cool, and the fact that it's related around this community, I think it's really great to see.
Here's what I will say: while movie making will largely be unimpacted by tariffs because much of the equipment is American made. If in fact, and I don't want to, again, this is not an economics podcast, if the tariffs do send us into a recession, Brian, that will get worse, where people are going to be a lot more choosy about how they spend their dollar because they're not going to have a bunch. And I do think that Hollywood needs to start taking notes. I mean, Wicked.
I agree.
That was a huge community-based movie. The Barbenheimer, that was an event and a community-based thing. Minecraft, community-based piece. If you can get people a reason to go have a shared experience outside of their house, there is something there magically that will get people back to the theater.
Here's my soapbox. Why does it take an independent podcast to solve the problem of the movie industry? Because why is it that we have never seen movies really project community going in this capacity? Because that's really what I remember going to movies, and the best nights that I went to a movie was either with me going with Doug. Will I go to a movie by myself? Yes. I go with Doug to a movie. We have a great time. Growing up, I remember I told y'all a story when I went to go see Notorious, like the Biggie Smalls movie, and I went with a bunch of my friends that we were all under 18 and weren't supposed to be there, and it was 5 of us giggling, snickling, being in the theater, knowing we weren't supposed to be in there, watching some shit we weren't supposed to be watching. But that was like the environment. To me, the movies have always been about community, but they don't pitch it like that. They don't pitch come bring your, like, they know that they have family movies, and I think they just say like, oh, people will just get that this is a family movie. But why don't you pitch it as like, it's a everybody, all hands on deck. If I don't have a family, I've got friends to go watch the Avengers. You know what I mean? Like, it's just interesting, man.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I could talk about this for a while because the way that movies are made now, to your point, Doug, is they, because of the shift to streaming and what happened to DVD sales, and Matt Damon talks about this on Hot Ones. This is not an original thought, but I think it's really important here. Is that because we don't do DVD sales or Blu-rays anymore, there's no second lap when these movies come out. And that's why a lot of studios are reluctant to take risks on like mid-budget movies, which we soapbox on here all the time of like, we really miss mid-budget romance movies, mid-budget action, adventure, all that stuff. Like there's no in-between anymore. It's either you have your Captain America or you have like your A24 Death of a Unicorn. That's like super niche, somebody's passion project. And with all of this, what I'm trying to say is that because of this environment, we're now in this position now where it's like an all or nothing thing. And to your point, Marcus, like getting that community, that's what it's going to be, because we're not having the community where it's like, oh, I'm just going to go there on Saturday and see what I see. That's what the community, I feel like, what a lot of people's community used to be. And that's just not possible anymore. You can't drop like $15 on a ticket and then 15 on snacks just to hang out when you could stream it at your home for $15 a month.
I have Chris Pratt at home. Like not sorry to cut you off, Marcus, but Brian, to your point of like studios, their model before this was get a big star, put the big star in a big moment on a big screen. Yeah. Right. Like that was the appeal. And streaming sort of changed the game because now I have Chris Pratt at home. Like I can watch The Electric State and see Chris Pratt. So what was previously you were doing to push me to the theater was to say like, oh, the only place you can see these stars is on the big screen. And that's just not the case anymore. And studios used to pass the responsibility of the community building onto the theater. And now we're kind of caught in this, like theaters are like, are you guys going to put something out that people want to show up to? And studios are like, are you going to have enough community stuff to like get them to show up? And they're kind of caught in the middle until this pendulum fully swings the way it needs to. Sorry, Marcus, go ahead. I cut you off.
No. I mean, I feel like it's not, I'm gonna comment on that first and I'll make my last comment. I feel like that's unfair to the movie theaters because it's not their responsibility to do that.
No, it's not.
Right?
No,
it's not. And I'm not, and I don't, that's not what Doug was saying. I'm agreeing with him that it's the movie production companies to make the movies that make sense from the script to greenlight a movie that will bring in the audience that you want. And like, what are the stakes? There's no more stakes anymore. The stakes used to be if I miss the movie, I won't be able to catch it till it come out on DVD. Yeah. I don't want to be left out of the loop. I got to wait all this time to go see it either at the dollar movie or I got to, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. And I'm left out of the water cooler conversation at work because everybody took the time to go see the damn movie. But now we don't have that because we rushed the process of getting the movie on streaming because, I mean, there was a situation that happened that put us all in the damn house that made that an option, and you can't take that option away. You know what I mean? My last point is, I guess the only route to take to top Minecraft, if you can get away with Minecraft, I feel like is a Fortnite movie because that's the next biggest audience, right?
Yeah. I mean, the next one that I think has been announced, and Chris mentioned it in the chat, is the Legend of Zelda is the next one. Yes, Mason, that's an excellent point.
Yeah,
there
Mason's
are there just do it. Yeah.
There are also those types of movies that just rally a community naturally. Wakanda Forever, the whole theater was full. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And part of the trailer that I think didn't help is because you look at Jason Momoa and you're like, God, I don't want to know what's going on there. But this is the director who directed Napoleon Dynamite. So there was a little bit of his flair. Like, so the director who directed Napoleon Dynamite has this thing where he really likes to zoom in on food. Okay. I don't know if you ever noticed that. Like he'll do a single shot.
It happens in this trailer. It just happened in this trailer that we have running in the background here.
It happened there, but then also when the kid gets to school, he sits down to eat his school lunch, and the only thing on the screen is his school lunch.
That's fast.
Like there were so many quirky things that were little tiny director eccentricities that were just sort of like, yeah, that's weird. So yeah, but that's I don't know what those things with the legs. I had to ask Harrison. I said, "What are those things with the legs?" He goes, "You mean a ghast?" I was like, "Sure." Is that what I'm talking about? Like,
you could have been making up a word. Yeah, I don't know.
But again, all of this stuff is like deep nods that I just didn't know about. And I told Brian this in the chat. Like, I had to go and look some of this shit up when I got home to figure out what it was. I mean, that's how I learned. Technoblade was a thing. That's how I just learned a lot of it was a thing. Yeah.
So what happens?
Go ahead.
What happens next? The movie blows up. Do more people get interested in Minecraft? Does how does Minecraft as a game evolve? Like I don't know how that.
So Minecraft
are there sequels to it?
Oh my
Minecraft is already tying in. So Minecraft is a game where you can buy the base game and there's nothing else you need to do. But if you want to like get a skin, like, or you want to like read, it's that type of, it's based off of like a, what is it, like a sub game marketplace is really the best way to put it, of like where you can get like certain skins and other things that you can add to your character, but you don't need any of it to play. Like you can just saddle up and go. There was a post-credit scene hinting at, there it is, Chris, microtransactions. Thank you. But yeah, so they there was a post-credit scene that introduced another character in the Minecraft world. So there's Steve, and then there's another female version, and at the very end, Steve meets the female version, like fade to black, but I don't remember her name.
Got it.
They revealed the actress?
It was from behind. So they have not revealed the actress. So they can basically say, this is whoever we want it to be. So it's essentially a shot where she's answering the door and looking out at Steve, which means they can do another one and cast whoever the fuck they want in that role. So they kept it very open.
Well, and I mean, now you get a lot of people clamoring for that now. I mean, that was very well strategically done, not
100%.
casting a big name for that, because now they can add whoever.
What the fuck happened to Jumanji?
Jumanji 3 is in production. I'm almost positive.
Because I've been waiting on, after the last post-credit scene for the second one was a bunch of animals running through the street, and then that was it. Then The Rock ended up back at wrestling.
The other one, sorry, the Alex is the female counterpart to Steve. Alex is the female counterpart.
There's a release date right now on the calendar that Jumanji 3 will come out December 11th, 2026. So,
right after the day after my birthday. Huh?
They have a release date. We'll see what happens. Obviously, things can change, but I mean, to your point, Marcus, I feel like we're gonna get the MCU treatment. I feel like for Minecraft to a certain extent.
That is the downside. Like that is, I will say that is. Hollywood does tend to go like they're trying to catch lightning again. Like, I mean, with some of these, and it doesn't always work.
To Minecraft's credit, though, there are so many versions of this game that the possibilities are infinite. And to me, it's a little bit like Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like it's this base adventure premise, and you just keep going. Like it doesn't actually even need to be the same people. Which I'm shocked, actually, they're not cranking out more Dungeons and Dragons movies, because, that, oh my gosh, Chris Pine was wonderful in that movie. Anyway,
that premise writes itself,
right?
I mean, and they can do, well said.
The Chris. MCU, Minecraft Cinematic Universe. Thank you, Artificer Chris.
Chris, great done, well done. But yeah, I could see them doing more of these. I do think that there's a big debate has come up online, or at least I saw a couple of TikToks where it was like, we can't write off a kids movie and say like, oh, kids movies are supposed to be bad. Like, there was that whole thing. And here's what I'll say like about that really quickly. And then I'd love to watch the Superman trailer with Marcus. Here's what I'll say. I don't think that kids movies are supposed to be bad. Obviously, like movies like Sonic and the Iron Giant and others are so well done, and they touch like such a chord in your heart that like you can't not, they can be good, but I think you just have to adjust your goalposts. Like,
totally,
you have to adjust it a little bit. Like, we're not trying to create, like, was the dialogue in Minecraft great? Absolutely not. Like, it was a lot of throwaway nonsense, but I'm not going to Minecraft because I want a movie with great dialogue. Like, I'm going because I want to see that world in real life. That's what I mean by shifting the goalpost.
I agree. I think the key to these quirky, funny movies, one of them is you got to have a $5 haircut. You got to have a Jack Black. You got to have a Jason Momoa.
100%
tied to the
100%
the CGI character. Like, you got to have an unorthodox casting component to this like entire movie, and that is why Super Mario Brothers worked, because its unorthodox casting was Chris Pratt playing Mario to me, right? So like,
and Jack Black is Bowser.
and Jack Black is Bowser, and then you get Sonic, and it's unorthodox cat. So like that is clearly the key. You kind of in a movie that I feel like don't get enough credit as I move on is what's one with Adam Sandler and Pixels.
Oh yeah, Pixels.
Okay. I feel like that movie was a pretty decent movie about, hey, there was these aliens that watched, like played all the video games, but aliens are here to attack us now, and they use the old school video games that we sent them in a time capsule, and the only guy that can stop it is this washed up former top tier video game athlete that can help is now helping the president. It's so weird and so niche, and the cast is the same way, but for some reason that shit kind of worked. It
did, yeah,
shit kind of worked
for sure.
Marcus, there was a top 3 games I'd want to see turned into a movie.
Oh no,
that's tough.
I feel like that's easy.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm ready to go on that.
Yeah,
God of War,
Ryan, grip it and rip, buddy.
Got the newer version of God of War. I feel like
100%. You didn't like grip it and rip, did you?
To be an amazing cinematic experience. I also think that
you didn't. Nope, I saw you.
Alan Wake. I know that's a lesser known
no, I
don't know
game, but I feel like Alan Wake or Alan Wake 2 could be an amazing psychological thriller if given the right opportunity to the right people. And then I think at the end of the day, Wonderlands. So it's like Borderlands, but basically it's like Dungeons and Dragons with guns.
Sure.
And I honestly feel like it could have this Minecraft vibe and not take itself so seriously like the Borderlands movie did. Those are three games I think would make wonderful movies.
That was a good one. Mine is I want them to redo Assassin's Creed. I just think you need somebody else in there to direct it, because that story
Michael Fassbender was not it.
And the director just didn't understand. There's some, because you can make so many sequels to that in different time periods and different leads. Like, that shit would be absolutely gas. My second one is I always want a Superman video game, and that is so hard to do. I mean,
my gosh,
hold on, let me back that up. That's going backwards. That wasn't the question.
That's okay.
Video game,
That's okay.
The movie, video game movie. I want. There was an old game called, it was Mecha something, robots, like the people. It was on Xbox.
Okay.
Something. It was about. A mech. Yeah, it was like a mech game. I really want to see
Warrior.
Mech Warrior,
yes,
I love Mech Warrior. I feel like Mech Warrior would be one of those. And then, Metroid. I feel like Metroid kind of gets slept on. Metroid would be a great fucking movie.
Metroid feels like the easiest money to me.
Yeah. My god, nice female, powerful female lead, alien, sci-fi. You get the whole realm. Like, I love Metroid.
Yep.
I would love to see them redo The Witcher and make The Witcher a full-length movie.
Yeah. Nice. I thought about that. Yeah.
I like the first season of the Netflix Witcher. It is really cool and eerie, and Henry Cavill did an outstanding job. But I really want to see that one. I think Cyberpunk could be a very interesting game.
I agree.
Movie. And then I gotta go with Brian and Chris. God of War. I think it just makes too much sense
with Idris Elba.
I mean, it would be beautiful. And I know that Amazon's working on something. They're developing
series,
something.
I think.
Gears of
War. There's a great one.
Gears of War Gears of War should have had a fucking movie done about it.
Gears of War is the best Michael Bay movie I've ever played. Like, it is just you're stepping on the gas and you never let up. And you know exactly what kind of time you're in for, and the movie to me writes itself. To me,
I agree.
The premise is
my runner-up would be Need for Speed, because
there is technically a Need for Speed movie,
and I hate that because I want more original Fast and Furious racing, modding car type movies. Like, that shit is fire to me. But
yeah, I agree.
There's also a Gran Turismo movie.
There is a Gran Turismo movie.
That happened like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
But better, Roman, but better.
Yeah. But no, I love this. Love this conversation.
This is absolutely
good.
Yeah. No, it was excellent. Thank you, Roman, for suggesting that in the chat. Great reason to join the chat. You can help influence the show. It's great.
Dude.
But I do think, Doug, is it time to grip it and rip it?
Marcus, grip it and rip it with that Superman trailer.
I don't like
Grab
the way
a
that
hold of
sounds.
that thing and just let it go.
It doesn't sound good.
Are
in
we
my
watching
ear.
it or are we talking about it?
We're gonna watch it. We're
Do you
we're
want
gonna
me to watch it?
I could put it right here
No,
and tell
no,
you if that make you feel better.
No, that feels.
please.
I feel like I
get
need
your,
to contact.
get your
like, an
nose out of
authority
it
when you do
I
that.
I don't like any of that. That is disgusting. So we're gonna watch the trailer here. This was a sneak peek that was put out by James Gunn during the CinemaCon weekend, and I think it says a lot, and then we'll analyze it a little bit later. All right?
So for those listening, this
Yeah.
is Superman falling into the snow,
Douglas.
wheezing. I'm trying to
Douglas.
help. This is an audio
Douglas.
format. This
Don't
is
do
an
this.
audio format, and we're watching something
Don't
and
do
saying
this.
nothing.
Don't do this.
Superman is whistling.
I know what you're. I'm gonna whistle my foot in your ass.
Look, we gotta say something, or this
You're
format
right.
does not
But
work.
Here's what I want to. Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. We'll pause it. We'll make some breaks in between here. Okay.
Please.
Now, some of the context that we got from James Gunn about this role that crypto plays in it, it was a couple interesting clips that came out because they're starting to do their press run, and there seemed to be like the movie release or reveal, whatever. They was on the red carpet, and it was saying that crypto is like a bad dog. He's a good dog, but he's a bad dog. He's a superpowered dog. Brian, you're muted too. He's a superpowered dog.
Excellent.
So like that is based off of James Gunn, who adopted this new dog that is a very naughty dog. And so that's what we're kind of going to see here in this clip. And there was another clip that said that like Superman, crypto, it was phrased in an interesting way, but like crypto needs Superman. Superman doesn't necessarily like need crypto, but they're man's best friend. The only other person that has his strength, his power, and like the one that he relies on. So you'll see some of this in this trailer too as well.
Got it.
It's a doggy.
Yes, this is crypto running up to Superman.
Looks like he's jumping on him.
And crypto's got super strength. So he's beating the shit out of already.
He is.
Superman.
This looks terrible for him.
That dog is.
It also looks
That
beautiful.
That dog is going somewhere else. If you're doing that to me.
He's gonna Christy Gnome the damn dog.
Oh
Not
no!
Christy Gnome the dog. He's just gotta
No.
go. That's. I mean, you do what you gotta do.
Keep in mind, this trailer is very beautiful, and the
Yes.
CGI on crypto
Oh, yeah.
is not bad at all.
No, that dog looks very real.
Well, and it's hard to do with animals.
And this is like a play off of the original Superman theme, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. Now, pause. What you are about to witness in this fucking trailer might be the most beautiful thing I've seen in fucking 3 years. Okay.
Okay.
One of the things that we don't really hint on when we talk about Superman and Superman movies a lot, but it is an important fact. It's like when you get a Batman movie, the next question that you're going to ask is who's playing Batman? And then the question after that is, what does the Batmobile look like?
Sure,
These are important. Like those three things kind of get put together because they define who's playing the character, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at Superman, one of the things that I think that is seen but not really talked about is the style of his Fortress of Solitude.
Yep.
Now, we've seen many different iterations from the original, beautiful crystals that come out, always based in the snow, somewhere in the Arctic, somewhere, I assume, somewhere in the north. And it has a certain styling of a home. But what you're going to see here in this trailer is James Gunn has taken a different approach to what the Fortress of Solitude looks like because it shoots straight up, right? And it's almost like it's an open cone that like faces the sun. It's interesting. As you watch the trailer, you'll kind of see what I talk about.
Got it.
Let's do it. Man, it's like exploding.
It reminds me of the the dragon in How to Train Your Dragon that shoots ice breath. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it's explosive and it's
Yes.
forward, and it like it is explosive ice and crystals. And then you look. This is the other thing I love about the direction of this movie is going so far. It's fantastical. Like I've already talked about this, right? But we don't see this in a Zack Snyder Superman movie.
Jesus,
No.
Right? You don't see how this door is about to light up when in order to get in, and like how Superman is welcomed into his Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, and there's no need to ground him to that point. Like
No,
there's no
no.
need to we don't need to make him a human being. Like
No.
you know what I mean? Like we can just it can be out there, which is fine.
Especially if this is what it looks like on Krypton, right?
Yeah,
so so to me, I've always understood it as all of Krypton looked like this, or maybe it was Jor-El's lab that looked like this. But that piece of crystal that he had was a reflection of what his home looked like. That's how I've always interpreted
that
it.
makes sense. That's how I always interpreted it too.
I agree. Oh man, these colors pop.
They really do. The red is just so out there.
Look now, I love this. Very comic book accurate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe we're getting Superman robots in this.
I
love
also
It's
cannot believe
beautiful.
that.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever, merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12.
Is that
She's
Is that
new.
who I think it is?
Alan Tudyk?
It sounds like
looked
Alan
at-
Tudyk.
It sounds like Alan Tudyk.
14 fractured bones.
Damage 2.
All right, here's the next part. I love about this though in the third, as we get into kind of splitting this trailer into thirds a little bit here. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we know that Superman needs the sun to heal. They do something really fun with the Fortress of Solitude and getting the sun and fixing Superman. And I want us to just pay attention to it just a little bit because I think it's dope as fuck.
I can confirm
Larger
Alan
testing.
Tudyk
Lungs.
is a Superman robot.
I can
With a
tell.
healthy dose of yellow
He's
sun,
so talented.
have you up and at 'em in no time.
The fortress spins towards the sun, and they have a magnifying glass to magnify the sun to heal Superman at an expedited rate.
Oh wow.
That's wild.
Having the robots hold him down is wild.
Yeah.
This trailer is so fucking beautiful, man.
It's me.
That's crazy.
Now I don't think we get any new footage.
No,
The other
except
hero.
the emblem at the end
Yeah.
is the only
Oh,
thing.
sure.
I think this is the first time that we saw this full emblem. They about to fuck.
Thank you. I was
Yes.
I was wondering what they were going to do
Romance
next when it
in
cut away.
superhero movies, please.
They're about to fuck.
They do. Like, can we please? And it's
Yeah,
such a
dude.
good homage, Marcus, to the original too, with those
Yep.
colors and the way that they did that light, because that's very much the way the title card opens, as those things zoom up with that sort of light trail effect. So I think
Yep.
that's really cool that they are doing like a nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, James Gunn, please, can we get 10 minutes? You know what I mean? I just want to I need no bullshit, Roman. That's me with the seasonal depression. when the sun kicks back
100%.
in.
I think it's
no
most of us
bullshit.
who live up here. Yeah.
Oh God. But James Gunn, this is I'll admit, I'll be honest, because I'm not no kiss ass now, because you don't really know me like that, if we being honest. So I'll be honest. I was a little worried because all that I feel like I've predominantly seen from this movie is about crypto and the dog. And it was like the only footage we really had was like that one about crypto dragging him. Like in your first teaser trailer, which James Gunn says he's working on the longer trailer right now. This was just a sneak peek. It's not even labeled a trailer. It's
Was it a
labeled sneak peek.
CinemaCon sneak peek?
It's a CinemaCon sneak peek, but it's
Gotcha.
5 minutes long, right? And so he said he's working on a trailer now that we'll get like relatively soon, like really, really soon, and he's excited about it. But I was worried because I kept hearing about the dog. But it's also the first thing that you showed in your trailer for your Superman movie was crypto. So I'm like, all right, are we trying to take the Rocket Raccoon, lean on the animal, as the base and the foundation of this movie route to kind of grow your other characters? What are we like? What are we doing? We don't have enough information from the trailer, the teaser, or the sneak peek to really get to a point. We don't even know where this takes place. I thought the man was dead, so that I thought that him crashing in the snow was a scene at the end of a movie, but it does not look like that.
Can I be a James Gunn apologist for a moment?
Do it.
Sure.
I think that the reason why you focus on crypto is for two reasons. One, it's the easiest thing that you can show without giving anything away.
Yeah.
Which is saying
in
a
terms
lot.
of a true, which is especially for a movie like this of this magnitude, it's the easiest thing you can show without giving any of the plot away. Because that's the thing that I think I've noticed from reading James Gunn's response to like tweets and fan theories is he's very much like, I didn't say that. That's not the tone I'm gonna have. Like, so I think he's very protective of like what he wants his legacy to be with this particular movie. So I think I think that that's the easiest thing to show. I think the other thing is that appeals to everybody. Like everybody can get behind a playful dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's an easy entry point to some bigger ideas.
And I Marcus, to your point, or to your question, I think it's also really disarming. And I think there's a lot of expectations on this movie. And to Doug's point, it is a really easy entry point because most people see a dog and they're like, oh, a dog. Like I did it while watching this trailer. I was like, doggy. Like it immediately puts you at ease. And I think that folds perfectly into like what we're trying to do with this version of Superman. It is supposed to be hopeful and happy and welcoming, as opposed to the previous version we got, which was like, I'm tortured. He was like the Matt Murdock Superman. He's like, I'm so guilty. You know, just like insert Daredevil scream here, right? And I feel like James Gunn is really trying hard to separate this Superman out. And I feel like the dog is the perfect way to do that. And everything I've seen about this, I mean, this sneak peek has solidified that I do think Superman could be the movie of the summer. I really do.
I think it's going to be hard to beat. I think it's going to be hard to beat.
I think Marvel is the only thing that can do it.
Honestly, I feel like this is good for Marvel.
Yep. Some competition. The competition. And to Brian's point, we've talked about this on the pod. Now, this is me just playing devil's advocate because I'm on board. People know that, right? I love James Gunn. I was talking about that before he even started directing Superman, right? Also, we've been right a few times on this fucking movie podcast.
Yes, we have.
We've been right quite a few times that our media literacy is they're either really predictable or our media literacy is high as fuck, and we know what the fuck we talking about. But I trust James Gunn, like, because just for example, we talked about Power Rangers, right? And a couple pods ago, I talked about Disney just needs to take over Power Rangers again when we did our bracket, and now Power Rangers, the movie or a series, is going to be put on through Disney Plus. We know what the fuck we talking about. I think that James Gunn is going to knock this out the park. People criticize the suit so much. People criticize the littlest things so much that I've never seen people really do with a Superman movie. But I think that James Gunn having the record that he does with Doug is dying.
Doug is like on his 8th sneeze over there.
I'm like, that is crazy.
I'm trying so hard to hide it.
You yanking yourself out the damn square every time.
I mean, there's like recoil.
Guys, the trees are trying to kill me like right now.
That shit is crazy.
Roman. I am.
I think that James will do a really good job in telling a very hopeful and grounded yet super, no pun intended, story. And you can join us for that adventure as we review through our Supermania review series that will be starting. We'll give you more information on the next pod as we review some old Superman films that lead into this film. But James, I'm really excited. I'm super stoked for this. I'm glad that you're taking this route and you're taking your time with it. I also can't wait to see, as my last line, what he does with Batman, because I just think he's gonna smoke that shit. I think he's gonna smoke with Creature Commandos. What we saw there with Superman, the Peacemaker teaser trailer also came out, and that looks really good, making him a superhero now. And then you get this. I think, you about to be on a run, brother.
I want to give a shout out too, because in Superman, Frank Grillo, who plays Rick Flag Sr. in the animated show Creature Commandos, is in this movie.
He is.
So they are definitely trying to put their money where their mouth is of connecting this stuff with the same people. And I think that's impressive to go toe to toe with Marvel on that. I do feel like Creature Commandos is a very solid show. And it was very enjoyable and entertaining. And I feel like it kind of slipped under the radar because it came out at the end of the year during the holiday season. I know G.I. Robot had a ton of memes, but I don't know if anybody knows where those memes came from.
He had a lot of memes after the Republic salute.
Nazi salute.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, we're with G.I. Robot on that one. Sixers. G.I. Robot Sixers. Man.
Yeah, Marcus, I think you're absolutely spot on. I think he's taking his time with it. I think he's not rushing. And I think that's going to end up having such a huge impact. I mean, he's been working on Superman for what? 2 years?
Two years
to get to this moment.
He knew what story he wanted to tell already. And it felt quickly how quick the script was done. And then the movie was made. It looked like, and he didn't have to do a lot of reshoots apparently. So he knew exactly what he wanted to do with no fluff.
Wow.
And my guess is that he knows what Batman he wants the story to.
Yep. Oh yeah.
He knows. He knows what's there.
It's it's uncommon for a movie that big not to do reshoots. So he must be feeling incredibly confident in that story. And honestly, there's nothing to suggest we should bet against that. Honestly, you look at this man's track record at this point. I trust it.
It's not that Batman, Roman. It's not Thanos. Batman.
It's not that Batman. No. It's not prune chin Batman. Quick question. Answer very quickly. Gun to your head, real quick. If you had to, somebody made you choose, which one would you see first the same day? Fantastic Four, or Superman.
I mean, I have a bet writing on Fantastic Four
that you've already lost, so don't worry about that.
I have not, because until that baby comes out, it's not a baby.
Don't do this. Don't do this to Vanessa Kirby.
You sound like a crazy Republican. That is just crazy.
It's not a life until it's breathing.
Honestly, if I'm going to answer your question, honestly, Superman interests me just a little bit more, even though I'm really excited for Fantastic Four. There's just so much, there's just more intrigue with Superman for me. And it's hard, but it's true.
Well, Fantastic Four is also connected to other things, right? It's already connected to the universe. So, I understand.
I mean, I'm going to see them both. Let's be real here. I'm going to see them both.
But if it's a double feature day and I'm seeing both, I'm probably seeing Superman first.
Yeah, me too.
Not that I don't care about Fantastic Four, to Brian's point. Very excited that they're doing it and they're giving them another shot. Very excited with the direction that they've been going with Matt Shackman and what he's been doing with the story and what he's trying to tell. But
I'm a Mason.
I'm
gonna take the bullet. I can't choose. Never take the bullet.
That's tough. That's true.
Because if he's pointing a gun at you, 3 fingers point back at him.
What?
When you point at someone, you got 3 fingers pointing back at yourself.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you.
No, I got you.
Okay. Gentlemen, anything else you all want to chat about before we close this on home?
Man, we closing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
90-minute monster territory.
You got somewhere to be?
I mean, I feel like
I'm clearly fighting to stay alive here.
Yes.
We talked about it a little bit because my wonderful co-hosts were giving me runway to set up my Google Doc so I could write down their rankums. But the only thing I want to say about Fantastic Four was that I did laugh aloud, alone to myself, when I looked at my social feeds and it was like, Sue Storm is pregnant and this new thing at CinemaCon. And I was like, what? This is breaking news now for like the superhero movie industry here, which I think is hilarious. Also, I think it's going to be like the first pregnant superhero that we've seen on screen. So congrats, Vanessa Kirby, for pregnancy representation. We're gonna have a Prager superhero.
Just hold it in until the next Fantastic Four movie. So
I mean, it certainly gives a lot of credence to what Marcus is saying, as well as when we talked about Doomsday, about some of these motivations. If there's a baby in play, that would be a big deal. So that was the only thing I wanted to add to the Fantastic Four stuff. So yeah, I'm here for Pregnant Sue Storm, first Pregger superhero. Let's go.
You know what I think? Just to pivot back,
Sure.
I think when I'm comparing Superman and Fantastic Four, I think I will be more mad if Superman is bad.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I think I'll be more mad if
Fair,
Superman's
fair.
bad versus if Fantastic Four does some shit that makes me like, oh, why did we do that? I think I'm gonna be like, Marvel. Phase 4 Marvel.
There's a fallback.
Like,
yeah.
There's a little bit of like they have an out where I'm able to be like typical. But yeah.
But I just can't wait to win my $40, man.
just $40 out the door. See both movies.
$40, you know what I mean?
Well,
yeah.
That's, so long as there's no real baby, we'll see if you get it. Brian, what do you have to plug this week?
Hey, I'm here to plug thelovenerds.com. Also want to give a shout out to a family friend, Barbara McFadden. She's a listener of the podcast. Meant to do that at the top of the episode, but I'm doing it here. Thanks for listening, Barbara. And yes, go to thelovenerds.com. Go see Maggie's website.
The song's for you, Barbara.
Oh, I forgot we just turn that off before.
We always do the best shout outs at the end of the pod.
That's
Brian, okay, hold on, Brian. Can you do it again
good.
without music?
No,
it's
fine.
they
You
show
can
when
put
they
my
show,
name in the
I want them
background.
to be able to play the clip to Barbara without her having a heart attack.
It's too late. It's already happened.
My word.
Well, look, Barbara apparently has been listening to us for quite a while. So there you go.
Is there a dog in here?
No, there's not.
No, Barbara. There's
But,
no Barbara.
Always during the Love Nerds plug. Shout out to my wife Maggie. Go check out her website. She puts up with all my movie conversation shenanigans. Also, go check out her shop at etsy.com/shop/thelovenerds.
Absolutely. Marcus, what do you got, sir?
Whatever you do, follow the mantra, never offended, always humble, baby. You know what I mean? I got some new music on the way, Big Texas featuring KD the Poet, that is coming. Also, go listen to some Soul Tie. He just dropped a freestyle today on his Instagram. That's SOULTYE. All right, go ahead and stream some music from Soul Tie, stream some music for me. But whatever you do, follow the mantra, never offended, always humble.
Absolutely. Hey, if you enjoyed our conversation about trees, video game movies, Minecraft, Superman. If you enjoyed this episode, recommend it to a friend or a family member. Best way that we get traction as a part of as an independent podcast. If you're feeling generous and want to join the Patty family, head over to patreon.com/filmsinblackandwhite. Sign up for one of our tiers there. We would love to have you. Patty family, the bonus episode we recorded last week is coming into your space tomorrow. So sorry for the delay, but that will be there tomorrow. So we're excited.
The Electric State.
We're excited for you all to watch that. But yeah, just love to have y'all. Love the love and appreciate the support. But we have a 3-step process to success. Brian, what is that first step?
Hey folks, I'm here to tell you, read a book, be interesting, be that person at the party. Read a book.
Absolutely. Marcus, what's that second step, sir?
Make sure you drink some water or drink some bubbler, whatever floats your boat. But make sure you get your hydration on, baby. You don't let that piss turn too deep or yellow. You know what I mean? If you start recognizing it, start drinking some water. Treat yourself to the nice stuff. But whatever you do, drink some water, baby.
Absolutely. Hey, we're in spring. The trees are putting pollen on everything. Make sure you wash your ass to just get all of that off. Get yourself a soap, get yourself a towel, and just get up in it, clean everything out so that way you can enjoy what's left of your spring and summer with a clean sense of body, purpose, and mind. So that's what we got. Gentlemen, that does it for this week's episode of Films in Black and White. We'll be back next week with another fantastic episode. But in the meantime and in the between time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will catch y'all next week.
Sorry, Barbara.
Sorry, Barbara.
Apparently, I talked to my mom. Barbara's apparently a long-time listener.
Brian, we're just happy she's here.
Right?
Yeah, Barbara. We should give her a little warning at the beginning of this bad boy. DMX and Barbara just sound like it just might do something.
Also, let's not make any assumptions. Maybe this is what she bops when she works out.
That's true.
I don't know.
Barbara, if you
I don't
do
wanna
that, I'm
make any
rocking with you, Barbara.
That's-
You rock with DMX, I rock with MILFs. Barbara, meet me halfway.